And now, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rimes.
All right, welcome to the show. Appreciate you spending some time with us here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Also, thank you for calling the hotline. We've had an uptick in calls lately. People reaching out to the show, supporting our local area business owners, and supporting the local economy by supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show and all of our expert contributors. We got Joe Magro back in studio with us, Tarpon Solar. We're going to talk about solar and some of the effects that it's not in the big, beautiful bill. I'm going to let him explain a little bit more about that, but the call to action is get solar now. If you're going to get solar, you got to get it now. We're going to talk with Joe about that. He's our solar expert contributor, tarponslr.com. Also, we're going to talk with Bruce Woodburn, the loan arranger, cross-country mortgage, a little bit about real estate, what's going on in the market, what's the absorption rate, days on market, what's happening out there with inventory. We'll dive into that as well. Also, we're breaking down a little bit about the state legislature. They passed the budget, and the budget has some money in there for hometown heroes, the elimination of the business rent tax. And then another one today I want to dive into a little bit is $385 million for state and local affordable housing programs. Because everywhere I talk, everywhere I turn, I see people talking about affordability and how rough it is right now. And when you combine everything happening with utilities and things like that. So we're going to talk about that as well. And it's also party time coming up on the 3rd. Dave, Thursday the 3rd, we're going to be back at Crown and Bull, really awesome restaurant in Dunedin. You're invited. Our audience is invited. Our radio show partners are going to be there. Our real estate team is going to be there. It's always a great time, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. You said it all. Basically, it's going to be July 3rd, Thursday, 6 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. It is going to be the Independence Day theme for the 4th of July, so definitely come wearing your red, white, and or blue. And Crown and Bull, if you've never been, it's right in the heart of downtown Dunedin, right at 319 Main Street. Plenty of parking in the back. Ambiance is fantastic, of course. You have that private room off to the side as soon as you walk in through the front door where we'll be located. And all the appetizers, as delicious they are, going to be provided by the MVP team.
That's right. Yep, come on out, join us. That's always our free event, monthly event that we do here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Good stuff. Good news, too. 430,800 jobs Florida added in the economy in the early part of 2025, and that's Q1 data. So I don't know why the Federal Reserve is not lowering the interest rates. They really need to do that. It's going to help everybody out. It's going to help the economy so much. So appreciate you supporting the show. Save our hotline number in your phone. Do us a favor. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Save our hotline number in your phone, 813-917-1894. Lots of ways we help you here with the talk show, whether it's real estate, mortgage, credit, finance, estate planning, tax planning, health. We get into health, nutrition, lifestyle, recreation. We're talking, all different types of big purchases, whether it's a home or an investment. Maybe you want to buy a jet, Captain Will Smith Aviation, and Murphy Auto Group is our auto dealer. We've got great, opportunities there as well. And we always help our sellers, maximize the exposure and the profit on the sale of their real estate. If you're thinking about selling, we would love to talk to you. Buying, selling, investing. Also, we buy cash as well. So we got a couple of hot listings here. We're going to pitch here to get started here. 221 Howard Drive, Bel Air Beach, Florida. Beautiful listing. Just did a price improvement. Now we're down at $2.599 million, $2.5 million. Great opportunity. 5 bedrooms, 3 bath, 100 feet of water frontage. Bring your boats and jet skis. Your 1 block to beach access, dolphin-filled waters, sugar sand beaches. 221 Howard Drive, Bel Air Beach, Florida. Beautiful property. 3308 Landing Place. This one's in Palm Harbor. Beautiful area here. Cobb's Landing, one of the most popular areas right there in Palm Harbor. You have access to the lake as well. 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bath, 2-car garage, plus an office, over 3,000 square feet, over 1/3 of an acre. And you have private marina, boat slips, ramp that takes you down to Lake Tarpon there. You also have gated tennis and basketball courts, waterfront park, playground, and scenic walking trails. one of our beautiful listings from the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, buying, selling, investing, refinancing. And if you need any contacts here locally, we want to be that super connector to all of our expert contributors. You can either call us on the hotline at 813-917-1894. That's an easy number to call. Tampa number 917-1894. Or you can hit us up on the website. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, Joe Magro, welcome back, sir. Good to see you,
Thanks, man. How's your summer going so far?
Yeah, it's going great, man. Going great.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the big birthday.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
How old are you?
Turned 50.
Oh, God bless it.
Oh, man, I know.
Crick, crick, crack.
That one sounds older than 40. Like, it sounds a lot worse to me.
Yeah, hey, you're halfway to the century mark, man.
Holy cow. I don't know if I'm going to make it that far.
That'll be. I know. I hear people talking about 80s, 90s. I don't know if I want to be in my 90s, man.
I know, right.
Man, it'd be nice to see the grandkids, I guess. But hey,
They
so
say
solar,
60 is your peak.
the solar area. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who knows? But especially health today, though, man. I'm getting the vitamin infusions and drips and all these things, and got this that kind of thing going. And so, hey, we'll see where it takes us, man.
Hey, Colonel Sanders didn't become Colonel Sanders till his 60s.
I heard that.
Oh, really?
There's still time for you.
Yeah, he tried 1,000.
There we
Yeah,
go, second career.
Colonel Sanders. Speaking of Colonel, how does COLONEL?
Colonel?
How does Colonel say
Colonel.
Colonel? I don't know.
I think you could do a whole segment
I know,
words.
English
On
words.
On words like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Thing, forget it.
So Joe, what's in the future for solar? Because it seems like we were emailing back and forth. There's a lot of changes that people don't really see maybe could potentially be happening here.
Yeah, the big beautiful bill has language in it that pretty much is ending the tax credit for residential solar. So we've been on the program here, right, talking about how solar works and the incentives for it. And the federal incentive is 30%. So it's really a subsidy to encourage homeowners and businesses to do rooftop solar to help the grid, to move to a cleaner source of energy. And you have a lot of states in the country, especially Florida, where it's a great source of power that's clean. So these tax credits have been going for a number of years, and a couple of years ago they were extended. And there was wind power and a few other things that were included in that. But now with the cost cutting that the Trump administration is looking to do, they have pushed to kill all of those green incentives, and the House bill that passed essentially shut them all down like immediately. So projects would have to be started within 60 days of the bill passing in like 2 weeks from now.
Wow.
So the unfortunate part is that there's no slow runway.
Right.
So what the industry would rather see, obviously the industry likes the tax credit, right? Because it stimulated growth. And this has been an industry that's been growing, one of the fastest growing industries in the whole country.
Yep.
Right. The country added hundreds of thousands of jobs just in this industry in the last 8 years. So now this dramatic U-turn is a huge risk for the industry. And, a lot of companies will go out of business because of this. There's several 100,000 jobs at risk across the country. But for the consumer, the loss is great because the 30% tax credit makes it so that solar is extremely affordable with a good incentive to go and move that way, right? So we have a challenge ahead of us. The industry and the community has been rallying and trying to get the senators to consider a slower path. Maybe not immediately. It would be better for business owners who've invested in trucks and equipment and staff, systems, right? They've taken loans from banks to build their business. It's better for them if they had a year's notice, let's say, or 2 years' notice, or a slower wind down. But just pulling the rug out here is pretty dramatic. So, we've the Florida Association has been lobbying Senators Scott and Moody to get them to consider a path that's a little more gradual.
Yeah.
and gives people, both people who are considering doing solar, more of a runway. And definitely for the small business, a lot of these are small businesses. These are not big corporate.
Right.
These are small businesses.
Talk about your installers.
Yeah,
your
the companies that install. These are contractors.
Yep.
They're like roofing companies, right? We're that kind of an industry. So it's a difficult situation. Now, the flip side to it is that it's an opportunity for homeowners who have been on the fence about it. They've seen their neighbors do it. Their neighbors are saving tens of thousands of dollars a year, or not a year, but over the term on their power costs because the power companies keep raising rates. This is also going to give the power companies the feeling like, hey, we're more in control now again, right? Because solar costs are going up. So the power companies might raise their rates. So it's a good time if you've been thinking about solar to make a decision and push forward because the tax credit's going to be gone in the series of months, not years.
Yeah, it's a big challenge for people thinking about that. But I just wonder how much of that would be potentially offset if the 100%, and that's in the big bill, beautiful bill too, is the 100% bonus depreciation. Where that, hey, if I buy a jet or a big tractor for my business, or I don't know if solar would apply to solar, but I can write 100% of that investment off the first year. Would that help at all, offsetting that?
I don't know if it's clear that is going to be the case for solar.
Okay.
Solar has, for businesses, a 5-year accelerated depreciation currently.
Okay.
So that's good for business owners. And I didn't mention the business part of this yet.
Okay.
But it's a good segue. So the business, the way it's written now, the way it came out of the Senate committee, is that businesses will have that little bit of a rundown. So they'll have a runway. So this year, still 100% of that tax credit. So it's a 30%. They'll get the full 30%.
Commercial solar.
Commercial solar. That's right. And then next year, it drops to about 20%. And then the next year, it's gone.
Okay.
So essentially, business has one more year to get some tax credit.
Okay.
A year and a half from now till the end of next year. And there is that accelerated depreciation, which is a bonus for businesses. So solar for businesses, so many businesses have not done this.
Yeah.
They just don't know about it, or they're an operator, but they're not the owner of the building.
That's the big deal.
That's the problem.
It's such a huge deal.
That's right. So when you think about your clients, right, being in real estate, your clients that own the building and run the business out of it, this is it's a slam dunk for them. If they've got the right kind of roof, if they have, unless they have some problem like the whole building is shaded in trees, it's a slam dunk because essentially with the tax credit and the accelerated depreciation, it works out to be like 55% off.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, there's businesses that do it just for the tax purposes because they say solar is actually paying me. My electric bill is gone or mostly gone. And I'm writing off this extra amount and offsetting my other would-be profits and taxed.
Yeah.
So actually this is paying me, an extra $3,000 this year.
Wow.
This is paying me. One business owner told me to pay him an extra $15,000 this year.
Yeah.
So
there's your takeaway.
Yeah, he said, I don't care about green. That's what he told me. He says, I don't care about. He goes, Joe, I don't care about the environment. I don't care about. I got like bigger problems. Right? I'm just trying to run my business. That's not mine. He's like, this is just putting cash in my pocket.
Right.
So why would I not do this?
Pure business decision.
Exactly. But the problem is that most of those business owners just don't know about it, and it's hard for the companies to get them and find them.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to just go knock on every door. It's hard always to find who owns the building versus if they're leasing it. Yep. It's just a lot of effort. So I think solar will probably switch in the next year a little more towards that market.
Yeah.
With the residential tax credit going away.
Yeah.
But if you're a homeowner, man, this is the time. And we're running a promotion for the show, which is for the first 10 people that respond either to us directly and mention the show or call into your hotline. We're doing the Tesla Powerwall battery for 50% off.
Wow.
So if they do solar and they want to add the battery, it's a big deal. The Powerwall is beautiful, and we're doing that as a big promotion to help people out because of what's happening here.
So much better than a loud generator that you have to have on the side of your house. Big old machine on the side of the house. These batteries, from what I hear, they're nice and well maintained, and they're inside. Are they inside the garage?
Yeah, usually we'll put it inside the garage.
Yeah,
absolutely. It's quiet.
Yep.
There's no moving parts.
Yep.
They have a long warranty. And they just click on automatically. It's a seamless thing. It's beautiful. The battery is beautiful. So people that want to do solar and do the battery, we're doing that promotion right now. We're coming up on hurricane season. It just started.
Yep.
And so you can also get ready for hurricane season with solar and a battery.
Yeah, I love that. And the big takeaway is the commercial side. underutilized. A lot of commercial owners, business owners don't own the building, but they rent, so that, kind of excludes them. But if you're owner occupied, if you're a business, you're owner occupied, the big takeaway is what Joe had aforementioned. You're going to be getting the discounts, the incentives. You're going to have opportunities there to utilize what's in the big beautiful bill. I think that depends on some variations there on how you're set up, but that's a big takeaway. 813-917-1894, 813-917-1894. Email us at consumerqb.com. We'll put you in touch with Joe Magro. Tarpon Solar, tarponslr.com. All right, quick break, right back. More on this and what just recently passed in the Florida State Legislature. We got more money for hometown heroes. My Say Florida Home program gets more funding, and you got $385 million for state and local affordable housing programs. That and more coming up here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show, hosted by my friend Brandon Rimes. Do not touch that dial. I'll come right through the radio and grab your throat.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Did you know that we buy houses cash? We can close quickly for a all-cash offer on your real estate properties, residential, commercial, even vacant land. We'll buy your property cash. No cleanings, no showings, and no hassles. You can even possibly stay in your home post-closing. Call Brandon at 813-917-1894. Submit the email at consumerqb.com or call 813-917-1894, consumerqb.com. We buy houses cash and fast.
Attention business owners, did you know we have 100% financing options available? Our no money down program offers 100% financing for business owners. If you are currently leasing your commercial space, you can purchase real estate for no money down. Additionally, the program offers money for working capital, equipment, and business fixtures. You can even pay off current business debt. Reach out at 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. Rimes at kw.com. And that is our 100% financing, no money down program for business owners. We would love to help you buying, selling, or investing in real estate. 813-917-1894. Rimes at kw.com.
Ours Creole Smokehouse, the official Pinellas County restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Say hello to Doug Clark, chef and owner Doug Clark, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Ours Creole Smokehouse, 310 East Tarpon Avenue, Tarpon Springs, ourscreole.com. Excellent food, wonderful ambiance. Say hello to our friend Doug Clark. If you're facing an insurance claim, don't just trust the insurance company to have your best interests at heart. This is Brandon Rimes, Consumer Quarterback Show. Reach out to rightwaypa.com, our friend Derek Coble at rightwaypa.com. Looking to level up your sales game? With 20 plus years of coaching experience spanning across several industries, Lindsay Rimes helps everyone from entry-level reps to seasoned business owners boost sales, improve work-life balance, and retain top talent with customized options catered to personal, group, or corporate settings. Brandon and Lindsay Rimes offer training on negotiation strategy, business development, and more. Let's grow your business together. Call 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Submit an email at consumerqb.com.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Consumer Quarterback Show, powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, helping you win in any marketplace. Quick shout out to our friends over at Brio Tuscan Grill, the official restaurant partner of the Consumer Quarterback Show, Tampa restaurant partner at the International Plaza. Excellent food, wonderful ambiance, very delicious food on the menu. Chef Oscar Ramirez does a great job. General Manager Gabriel does a great job over there as well. Make sure you let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Brio Tuscan Grill, International Plaza Mall. Great Italian food. They've got live music now as well on the rooftops. Check them out. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Take them up on those special offers. All right, a couple of hot listings here. We'd like to feature our listings on air. 2547 Lexington Oak Drive in Brandon. This is one of the best opportunities, most affordable townhomes in the entire Brandon area. This is 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 1-car garage, 1917 square feet, new flooring. You got a level 2 EV charger in the garage as well. So if you had Tarpon Solar, if you had Joe Magro's solar on this building, which I don't know you can do in some of these HOAs, Joe. Can you get them in an HOA like that? Get solar on the roof?
Some townhomes you can.
Some will, some won't. Yep. So just think about that. You got your car charged by your rooftop solar that you have from Tarpon Solar, Joe Magro there. Gated community HOA offers covers a lot. You got a big community pool there. 2547 Lexington Oak Drive, Brandon, Florida. Beautiful townhome available for sale. All right, we also have this Indigo Road, Groveland. It's 4798 Indigo Road. 42 acres, prime development opportunity, great investment for you right in the middle of Groveland, close to Orlando, close to Tampa. Great opportunity there. You got a 2-2 home that's ideal for a residence or maybe a temporary base during your development if you were to develop that 42 acres. 4798 Indigo Road, Groveland, Florida. And you can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, I wanted to get back with Joe here and talk a little bit about affordability and things. But on that line, the state legislature passed their budget, and you have $385 million for state and local affordable housing programs. Senate Bill 2500 allocates $385 million to the state and local government housing trust funds. This includes $163.8 million for state housing initiatives, which is called SHIP. And you also have other down payment. That helps for down payment and closing costs. And $221 million for the state apartment incentive loan program, which helps build affordable rental housing effective July 1, 2025. So there's some good news in the down payment assistance type space. What are you seeing on your end, Joe, in terms of affordability costs? Is there financing out there? What do you see? Any state money allocated to this?
Hey, so we've got the best thing is the federal incentive that we've got. It's going away, so people need to jump on this. We have from now till the end of the year to install the system, and the project takes 2 to 3 months usually from start to finish to get permitting and what have you. So now's the time to grab its 30% off that the federal government puts in as the tax credit.
Yeah.
We also have our promo going on for the first 10 people who contact us. We're doing the Powerwall with solar at 50% off. So
nice.
Half off a Powerwall. It's a big deal. It makes the Powerwall, which is the best technology out there, it makes it extremely affordable. I mean, half off.
Is that a Tesla Powerwall?
Yeah, it's a Tesla Powerwall 3. It's the brand new one.
Wow.
It's awesome. So people need to jump in on it now. They see their neighbors doing it. They're wondering what they're doing. There's no obligation. We'll show them how the program works. And why not? Because people are saving thousands of dollars.
Yep.
They're bringing their Duke bill down to $35. I mean, people love that. When they call me up or they text me a picture of their bill, they are thrilled. They see us they see me out. They come by and they oh my God, look at this, and they show me the $35 bill. Yeah, and their neighbor's got a bill that's $350.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so call us. We'll do a evaluation, no obligation, and we're here to help.
Yep, no cost, no obligation. You got a free consult. Joe Magro, Tarpon Solar, tarponslr.com. You can call the show hotline as well. And also firsthand experience, Joe and his team came over, helped us get back online. We had a company that went out of business that kind of left us as an orphan client. And my hat's off to Joe and his team. They really stepped it up, went in, did, long story short here, they investigated, figured out what the problem was, isolated the problem, got the manufacturer to honor the warranty that had expired. Just did a great job for us, Joe. So I really appreciate that, man.
That was my pleasure.
Yeah, that was great. That was awesome because we got 52 panels up there. I'm like, we got to have them hitting all.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Hit them all cylinders, man. Let's do it.
You know what I'm talking about.
All right. Yeah, reach out to Joe Magro, Tarpon Solar, tarponslr.com. He's the owner, and he'll do you right. All right, coming up, we got Bruce Woodburn here. Bruce Woodburn and I are going to discuss real estate, mortgage, what's going on in that space, what's going on with the Federal Reserve, why haven't they cut the rates, will they cut it next time? We'll see. We'll debate that here. Follow us online. We'd love to talk to you and connect with you at Brandon Rimes 1 at CQB Show. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel, up 700% on the views Q4 to Q1. Thank you so much. Consumer Quarterback Show consumerqb.com.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. You're listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
All right, welcome back. Brandon Rimes here, Consumer Quarterback Show. We got Bruce Woodburn coming up here, Cross Country Mortgage, the Loan Arranger. We're going to talk with him here coming up in just a moment. Some great loan programs there as well. Does a great job with our clients and referring business back and forth. Really appreciate that relationship with Bruce Woodburn, the Loan Arranger. All right, a couple of hot listings. We'll jump into it here. So we've got beautiful listings, lots of residential, commercial, vacant land listings. We're helping, all types of sellers out there. So if you're buying, selling, investing, we would love to talk to you. We got a property here on Magnolia Island Boulevard. It's 17416 Magnolia Island Boulevard. 5 bedrooms, 3 full bath. You have 2 half bath. 2-car garage, 3121 square feet, over an acre of land, and this is a rare gem at an excellent price. Magnolia Island is very unique, y'all. It's only 30 homes in this community. Gorgeous property. The interior is just beautiful. You have a pool and spa package screened in with beautiful pavers there in the back, and you have access to the lake here. 17416 Magnolia Island Boulevard. Another one of our beautiful $1 million listings. Actually, this one's, I think we reduced it closer to $900,000 now. Great opportunity there in beautiful Claremont, Florida. All right, let's take a look at this other one at 1210 Paradise Lake Drive. Paradise Lake Drive, Tarpon Springs, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2-car garage, 2274 square feet. You have a beautiful pool and spa package on the back, screened in. And you have a fireplace in the living room, lighter color kitchen cabinetry, stainless steel appliances. Lots of updates here as well. Roof, gutters, downspouts, and garages. Got some nice stuff going on there as well. Beautiful property, 1210 Paradise Lake Drive, Tarpon Springs, Florida. You can see all of our real estate listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, quick shout out to our friends at Lee's Royal Services. They do a great job cleaning our real estate properties. If you're looking for a cleaning company, leesroyalservices.com. Home and office cleaning, leesroyalservices.com. And also Heights Soft Wash, pressure washing company for the exterior of your home and commercial properties, heightssoftwash.com. Taking clean to new heights, heightssoftwash.com. Make sure to let Ramin know that the real estate quarterback sent you. Take him up on those special offers. All right, we got Bruce Woodburn back on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Bruce, How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing amazing. Unbelievable how many listings you have and the broad area that your team services. It's absolutely incredible. Not only, you're up in Claremont, you've got some in Gainesville, you're going down to South Florida. Your team is about as broad as any team that I know. You really service a huge area. So if people are listening to you out there and they think, well, my gosh, Brandon's in Tampa. Listen, you got a listing in Claremont, in Orlando, in Davenport. You got them all over the place. You've got a team member that can help them anywhere they want. And that's what I love about you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And we really appreciate working with you. You're working hard on the weekends. You got a great team. I get those updates. I get the updates from you. And it's very helpful. As a real estate agent, we need to know what's going on. We got to have a pulse on the market. Not so much as you with rates and things like that. Speaking of rates, I wanted to jump into this. What is going on with Jay Powell? You look at him cutting multiple times leading up to what was supposed to be Kamala's coronation, and the economy was in far worse shape. Seems now the economy's in much better shape. You got inflation under control, right at 2.1%. Last time I saw it. You've got job creation going off the charts. You got $88 billion flowing in from the tariffs. Lots of good reasons why they may want to move that federal funds rate. What say you, sir?
Well, I say leave the Fed rate alone. That's what I say. Now, you may say, well, that doesn't make any sense, Bruce. You're in the mortgage business. Don't you want rates to go down? 100% I want rates to come down. Everyone does. Higher rates don't do my business any good. They make it more challenging for all my clients. They cut out refinances. And they cut out purchases. It affects affordability. So why wouldn't I want the Fed to drop the Fed rate? You have to understand the relationship between what the Fed does and what mortgages does, and then you have to understand the relationship between the stock market and the bond market. So let's just give a quick economic educational lesson here. Why does the Fed lower or increase interest rates? What is the purpose behind that?
You're gonna lower that overnight lending rate because it affects more than just it affects auto, it affects personal loans, it affects a lot of different types of loans. So what I've heard traditionally, when you lower that federal funds rate, you're opening up the economy. You're allowing the free flow.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So let's make it simple.
Yep.
They're going to increase interest rates to slow the economy down.
Yep.
They're going to decrease interest rates to stimulate the economy. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
What happens to the stock market when they stimulate the economy by dropping the Fed rate?
I don't follow the stock market much.
It rallies the stock market. So
Okay.
we're going to make money on investments. It's going to get the economy going. It's going to rally the stock market. But bonds and stocks work differently. They are generally a teeter-totter effect. If the stock market's doing really well, bonds are typically not going to do as well. So we don't want them to drop the Fed rate because it'll stimulate the stock market, but it'll tank the bond market, pull the energy out of the bond yield, and interest rates could go up. If you look back at September the 16th, when the Fed dropped the Fed rate a half a point, interest rates were 6.25. Within 3 weeks, they were at 7.5. Then they started to improve by themselves. And then early November, the Fed drops the Fed rate another quarter point. They tanked again. Then the rates start to get a little bit better. And guess what? 1st of December, they drop it another quarter point. They get worse. We have not recovered fully from the December Fed drop yet. We are still about 50 basis points on the bond market away from where we were in September. So we really need to get back to that number. And with inflation already being down to 2.1%, just like you noted a minute ago, it's going to do the job. The inflation is the arch enemy of the bond market. Literally, it's kryptonite. It's the arch enemy. So when we have inflation under control, we'll see the bonds improve by themselves. So with the economy it's already bolstered. I don't think they need to drop the Fed rate right now. Honestly, I don't. And I think it would do us more harm in the real estate business than it would be helpful. May it give you a little better rate on your credit card and your car loan? Yes. Might it even help your 401k? Yes. But if you're trying to buy a home, we don't want the Fed to drop the Fed rate. And most people think that I'm a nut when I say that. But if you look at the history charts, every time they drop the Fed rate. Now, let me actually recant that. Not every time. Most of the time when they drop the Fed rate, we see a bump in interest rates. So it's not always. And it will help over the long haul. If we had multiple Fed cuts, we could see interest rates improve over the long haul. But right now, it's going to stimulate the economy, and it's not going to be good for bonds. I just assume they leave it alone.
Well, I agree. I agree mostly with what you're saying there. What I'd like to see, by the way, if you just joined us, Bruce Woodburn on the phone, Brandon Rimes here in studio. We're talking a little real estate, talking about Jay Powell's refusal to lower interest rates. I just see that if we reduce maybe a couple times and we get to a point where the rates get into maybe the 5% range, maybe there's a magic number out there, Bruce, where all these sideline buyers.
The magic number would be about 5.5%.
That's what I'm saying. I'm seeing all these sideline buyers, though. Go ahead.
But dropping the Fed rate will not do that to mortgage rates. There's no correlation. Remember, mortgages are tied to the bond market, not to the Fed rate.
No.
Only a home equity line of credit's on a Fed rate.
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm just saying, I just remember for a decade plus, rates were 0 to 0.25. And then I even remember back when I first got into mortgages back in the day, like around 01, 02, you were sitting right at 4.25, 4.5 for the longest time. And we still had, a pretty good economy. We had pretty decent rates. They would fluctuate between 5.875, up to 6.5, a little bit here and there. But I just want to see the rates get into the 5% range. And I want to see buyers coming off the sideline and getting back into the buying game.
We got rates in the 5s. You're going to see such a flood in the market. But here's the negative to that, too.
Mm-hmm.
The negative to that, too, which I'm not saying, I'm not trying to be a negative Nelly here.
Yeah.
But the negative to that is that when rates drop to the 5s, all these first-time home buyers are going to be shoved out of the market, and you're going to be competing with investors and people that have money to put down.
Yeah.
So a buyer buying now actually has a greater advantage because we are truly in a balanced market right now.
Right.
In some areas, it's even a buyer's market. So you can get sellers to reduce the price. You can get the sellers to do repairs. You can get the sellers to pay some of your closing costs and do rate buy downs. But when rates hit the 5s, you're going to have so many people jumping in the market that sellers do not need to do anything because they have a multitude of buyers to choose from. Right now, they don't, so they're willing to work.
Yeah.
But the problem is that the buyers that are either sitting on the fence because they got a 3% fixed rate on their current home, or they just don't feel like it's affordable for them to buy right now, they're sitting on the fence. But today is actually their best opportunity to jump in the market.
It is. We're seeing some really awesome deals get put together on our team, the Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty. I mean, people are taking deals that you wouldn't think they would take, as you mentioned, Bruce. Seller concessions, paying down the prepaids, the closing costs, coming off of list price and giving concessions. And here's more news from the Florida legislature ending the legislative session. More money for Hometown Heroes. They injected an additional $50 million into that Hometown Heroes housing program. Also, My Safe Home Florida program, basically a fund that helps protect homes against storms and reduce their insurance premiums. It helps Floridians kind of reinforce their homes. Another $30 million there reappropriated for that. In addition to the $280 million that's there for My Safe Florida Home Program. So all that's coming together. I think we're improving. We're moving in the right direction. And, I'm optimistic, Bruce.
Well, I'm optimistic, too. I'm optimistic because things will be getting better. We've already hit we already had the dead cat bounce, okay? It's how we hit the bottom.
Yep.
We're on our way back up. Things are getting better. But for Hometown Heroes, a lot of things changed with that. Because as you recall, when they first came out, they were for heroes, teachers, law enforcement, veterans, things of that nature, people that were heroes. Then they opened it up to everybody, and the money just went in 2 months. Now they've only got $50 million. They were originally going to infuse $100 million. DeSantis signed off on the $50 million. It's got to go to the Florida Board of Directors to get approved. Once that gets approved, then it'll come into play. So right now, we don't even have a date when Hometown Heroes is going to come back, and now it's only for the hero again. So all these people that have been waiting for it that may have been, something other than a hero that would have qualified for it, now it's been taken off the shelf for them. So if you are a hero, if you are a teacher, law enforcement, veteran, active duty, correctional officer, anything like that, you need to call Brandon and I immediately because these funds will not last. $50 million might last us 2 months. That's about it.
It goes fast.
It's going to last 2 months, and then it's going to be gone, and you can get up to $35,000 towards your down payment and your closing costs. Then I get Brandon's team out there. They negotiate additional closing costs for you as a buyer, and then you reduce your loan amount to reduce your payment. I mean, it's win, win, win all the way around.
That's right.
So go to WeBringYouHome.com or call me at 813-213-4009. That's 813-213-4009 or WeBringYouHome.com. We'll get you started, and Brandon's team can go out and find that house for you.
All right. Yep. That's Bruce Woodburn, the loan arranger. And Bruce, we appreciate your insights there. And I didn't realize that about the Hometown Heroes. So they revoked some of the W-2, some of the it used to be a Florida business. Now it's not.
And in the memo, they said, do not call us to ask us if your type of occupation qualifies, and do not call us to ask us what date it's going to be available.
Oh, boy.
We do not know. Yeah, there were strict directions for lenders and realtors. Do not call. We'll let you know when it happens.
Okay.
So there you go.
Oh, man.
You got it from the horse's mouth.
You got to appreciate the communication.
Thank you again, and I really appreciate it. You and I saved a couple of clients last week that were, went to the wrong realtor to begin with, and then they went to you guys. We fixed it all. We got them closed.
Yeah.
So thank you for what you and your team do. You are a blessing to our industry.
Hey, appreciate you, and likewise, Bruce. Appreciate you, man. Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage, the Loan Arranger, WeBringYouHome.com. Check them out online, WeBringYouHome.com. Thanks a lot, Bruce. Appreciate it.
You bet. Thank
All
you.
right. All right, quick break, right back. I got an interesting clip I want to play here talking about the state of the economy, oil, inflation, tax cuts, and then also we keep hearing about these Chinese buying farmland, buying other types of land. I got an interesting take from our friend Charlie Kirk coming up. Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
This is Work Done, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rimes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
AmericaFirstPatriotStore.com.
Online at consumerqb.com.
Appreciate you hanging here with us on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Thanks for reaching out. Thanks for supporting our show partners. We're hearing great feedback all the time. Really appreciate everybody out there for supporting the Consumer Quarterback Show and our local area expert contributors, the local economy. It means so much to us. It really does. Buying and selling your home with us and supporting our different show partners, all the great, home service providers, attorneys, CPAs, financial advisors. We really appreciate you doing that. All right, we got a property here at 10431 Southeast 127th Lane in Bellevue. This is a property listing of Jamie's on our team, and this is, up the further north you go, you get more land. You got a little bit lax, no HOA. You can have I almost said jet skis, not for that one. You're going to have three-wheelers, four-wheelers, go-karts, and all that fun stuff, kids playing out there. So this one's 10431 Southeast 127th Lane in Bellevue. You've got land, room to play, and great opportunity to buy real estate. No HOA, freedom of having pets out there as well, and a great opportunity right there in Bellevue. All right, 10129 Little Road, Newport Richey, commercial property. Now, I want to remind you, we're selling vacant land, commercial, residential properties, whatever you've got, we can help you sell it. Businesses as well. This one's currently operating as a chiropractic office, and it's right there in Newport Richey. Great location, close to State Road 52, Highway 19. You have ADA compliant restroom entrance as well as your bathroom. You 2337 square feet, over an acre of land, commercial property, very high visibility, and you also have your signage out in front there as well. 10129 Little Road, Newport Richey, Florida. Great opportunity to buy real estate. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
Yeah, I'm racing my class to those saving our ass overseas.
Yeah, that song means a little bit more right now after seeing what happened this weekend. All the stuff happening overseas. Got Gray Bull Rescue, again, friends of the program, through Captain Will Smith, Will's Way Foundation, bringing in some of the Americans that got caught overseas and in the Middle East there. So that song, when you say, saluting our veterans, man, boy, we sure do that. Active military veterans and those B-52 bombers as well, man. What a great job they did. All right, so interesting clip. I wanted to play this clip here from our friend Charlie Kirk. And a quick little breakdown.
Number one, the price of oil is already down, so it's easier for everyone here to be able to drive home. The gas is going to be cheaper, which also will lower inflation. Number two, a tax bill will hopefully passed, which is no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, largest middle-class tax cut in history. Yeah. So everyone...
So, just kind of re-emphasize that. When you have more money in the Americans and U.S. Households, you have freedom for investing, saving, and spending, right? Investing, saving, spending. So that's what we're going to see once this bill passes. And, there's some good in there, and there's some people complaining about certain things that are not in there. But all in all, hey, look, you got to try to in the middle somewhere here.
That's going to have a job where overtime is incorporated. They'll be able to keep more of their money. Number 3, we're opening up federal lands to build more homes, which is a great thing because home ownership is way inaccessible for a lot of people in this audience.
And that's an interesting point too when you look at where are we going to build the homes, especially in Florida. I mean, you look at our traffic, you look at the strain on the water systems. But I like that point that he made. Also, according to NAR, in a 2-year period, there can be as many as 7 million newborn babies, 3 million marriages, 4 million net new jobs, and 50 million job switches alone. So as realtors, we have the honor of supporting Americans as they're navigating these life changes. So it's interesting to think about that as well.
And it's going to take some time. And one of the main reasons why President Trump won is because we were able to move the youth vote rather significantly
Absolutely.
and substantially because the Democrat Party, A, took younger voters for granted. Mm-hmm. I think we can agree on that.
Absolutely.
And B, they did not have an optimistic, hopeful agenda for home ownership, for getting married and having children.
Yeah, and that's the key. I think that's the key there is marriage, building a family. Now you got taxpayers. And not only that, when you have kids, you learn it's not about you all the time. There's much more than just me, selfish. No, it's a lot about everybody else. So there's a clip I wanted to get in from Charlie Kirk. A lot of wisdom there, and just the 1-minute clip that we played. But hey, another great show. I want to thank Joe Magro, Tarpon Solar, tarponslr.com. Bruce Woodburn, the Lone Ranger as well. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you to everybody out there. Great producers associated with the show. Our views are up 700% over at the YouTube channel. Go subscribe. Make sure you subscribe there. And we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Do something kind for one another. Be a force for good in the community. And we'll see you next time right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, consumerqb.com.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rimes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Call Brandon Rimes at 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show.